Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. The cool metal of the courthouse door handle sends a chill up my arm as I push it open. Inside, the air hums with whispered conversations and shuffled papers. The clock on the wall ticks loudly, each second marking a moment closer to when I will face her, my soon-to-be ex-wife, Amanda. "Mr. Harper," a bailiff calls out, and I nod, walking towards the courtroom where the final hearing of Amanda's trial is to take place. The courtroom is stifling, filled with the heavy presence of impending decisions. I take a seat at the back, my eyes fixating on Amanda. She sits there, cuffed, her once vibrant eyes now dull and lifeless. She doesn't look up, not even when her lawyer gently nudges her. The prosecutor, a stern-looking woman in her 50s, stands and begins recounting the events that led us here. "Amanda Harper," she starts, her voice echoing off the walls, "manipulated those closest to her, engaging in an affair with her husband's brother, and ultimately, in a fit of rage, taking his life." I feel a stir beside me, and I turn to see an elderly lady, her eyes wide with the shock of the story unfolding. Our eyes meet briefly, and she offers a sympathetic nod before turning back to the prosecutor. "My brother, Alex, had always been the charismatic one, the golden boy. I remember the day he told me he met someone new, someone exciting. He never mentioned it was Amanda. By the time I discovered the truth, it was too late. Alex was dead, and Amanda was arrested, her mask of innocence shattered forever." Amanda finally looks up, her gaze meeting mine. There's a flicker of something, regret, perhaps, or just a plea for some form of absolution. I look away, focusing instead on the wooden grain of the bench in front of me. "Mr. Harper," a voice whispers, and I turn to see Amanda's lawyer approaching me. "Amanda wishes to speak with you, if you're willing." I hesitate. Part of me yearns for closure, to hear her explanation, to understand why. Nodding, I follow him to a small, bleak room where Amanda sits across from me, a glass partition between us. "Tom," she begins, her voice cracking, "I never meant for any of this to happen. I'm so sorry." "Sorry?" I interrupt, my voice harsher than I intend. "You destroyed everything, Amanda. My brother, our marriage. Why?" She looks down, tears spilling over. "I was lost, and Alex, he was there. It spiraled out of control. I never meant to hurt him, I swear. It was an accident." The confession does nothing to quell the storm inside me. "You chose this path, Amanda. You made those decisions." I stand abruptly, the chair screeching against the floor. "Goodbye, Amanda. I hope you find some peace with whatever life you have left." As I walk away, her sobs fill the room, but they don't stop me. Today, I will start anew. Today, I will begin to heal from the wounds of betrayal and loss. Stepping outside, the sun blinds me momentarily, and I take a deep breath. The air feels fresher, lighter. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. And as I walk down the courthouse steps, I know one thing for certain: I am free. The sun is already setting as I pull into the driveway of my once shared home, the shadows stretching long across the lawn, painting everything in hues of orange and purple. It's been 3 weeks since the trial, and the house feels emptier than ever. I'm here to gather the last of my things, determined to leave all remnants of my past life behind. The front door creaks as I push it open, the sound echoing through the silent house. "Tom," a voice calls out. Surprised, I turn to find Jenna, Amanda's younger sister, standing in the doorway of the kitchen. Her face is lined with concern and a touch of defiance. "What are you doing here, Jenna?" I ask, my tone more accusatory than intended. Jenna crosses her arms, her jaw setting firmly. "I needed to see you. To talk about Amanda." I sigh, pinching the bridge of my nose. "Jenna, there's nothing left to say." "There's everything to say," she snaps back. "You can't just throw her away like she's nothing. She's my sister, and she's still a human being. Her words sting, but I know she's hurting too. We both are, tangled in the wreckage Amanda left behind. Jenna, she killed Alex. She betrayed us both. Jenna's eyes fill with tears, but she blinks them back stubbornly. I know that, Tom. But we need to understand why. There's something else, something deeper that drove her to it. And I think I found something that might explain more. Curiosity piques despite my reservations. What did you find? She hesitates, then pulls out a small, crumpled envelope from her jacket pocket. I found this hidden in Amanda's desk. It's from someone named Marcus. And it mentions money, and some sort of agreement. Marcus? I echo, the name unfamiliar. I take the envelope, examining it closely. The handwriting is neat, almost meticulous. I've never heard of him. Are you suggesting this Marcus had something to do with what happened? I don't know, Jenna admits, her voice faltering. But maybe we can find out together. Maybe we can figure out why Amanda did what she did. I consider her words, the weight of the unknown pressing down. Finally, I nod. Okay. Let's see where this leads us. Together, we move to the living room, the air filled with the faint scent of lemon-scented polish, a reminder of better days. I open the envelope carefully, extracting the letter inside. It's dated just a few weeks before Alex's murder. The content is cryptic, discussing a large sum of money and an impending closure of their deal. We need to find this Marcus, I say resolutely. Jenna nods, her determination reflecting my own. I can start by asking around, see if any of Amanda's friends know him. And I'll look into her financials, see if there are any transactions that could lead us to him. Our plan set, Jenna heads out first, leaving me alone in the quiet house. As I turn to leave, I glance back, the memories of this place lingering like ghosts in the fading light. But there's no turning back now. The path to understanding, and maybe to healing, lies ahead, and I know I must follow it, wherever it leads. The day breaks with a cold wind, carrying the promise of an impending storm. I'm sitting at my new, small dining table, surrounded by papers and open files on my laptop, searching for any financial trace of Marcus. The coffee beside me has long gone cold as I pore over bank statements and email correspondences. My phone buzzes, a message from Jenna lighting up the screen. She's found something. My heart quickens as I dial her number. Tom, Jenna's voice is breathless. I talked to one of Amanda's old friends from the gym, Marcy. She mentioned Marcus, said he was some hotshot investor Amanda met at a conference last year. Did Marcy say anything about what they were dealing with? I ask, tapping a pen against the notepad filled with scribbles and names. Not much, just that Amanda seemed really impressed with him, even said he was going to help her change her life. Change her life? The phrase chills me. What had Amanda been planning? I'm digging through her financials, I say. There's a series of large withdrawals leading up to, well, you know. They might be linked to this Marcus guy. Anything else I can do from here? Jenna's voice is eager, tinged with anxiety. Keep digging. Anything, anyone who might lead us to Marcus. I'll do the same. We hang up, and I dive back into the numbers, tracing the transactions to various accounts, some of which are registered to dummy corporations. It's a tangled web, designed to confuse and obfuscate, but I'm determined to unravel it. Hours later, as the sky darkens and the first drops of rain tap against the window, I find it, a payment not to a corporation, but directly to an account under the name Marcus Delaney. It's a breakthrough, the first real connection to the man who might unravel the mystery of Amanda's betrayal. With the name in hand, I grab my coat and head out, driving through the rain-soaked streets to the address linked with the account. It's in a more affluent part of the city, the houses large and spaced generously apart. I park outside a sleek, modern house with dark windows and a high fence. The gate is daunting, but I walk up to the intercom, pressing the button with a determined finger. Yes. The voice is male, cautious. Marcus Delaney. I keep my tone even, non-threatening. Who's asking? My name is Tom Harper. I believe you knew my wife, Amanda Harper. I need to talk to you. There's a pause, a crackle of static, then, come in. The gate buzzes open, and I step inside. The house is even more imposing up close, the facade sleek and unwelcoming. Marcus opens the front door, a tall, broad-shouldered man with sharp eyes and a guarded expression. Mr. Harper, he says, extending a hand which I shake firmly. What can I do for you? I'm here about Amanda. About the money she paid you. His eyes narrow slightly, but he steps aside, gesturing for me to enter. Let's talk. Inside, the house is stark, decorated in monochrome. He leads me to a sitting room with a view of the stormy skyline. I invested money for your wife, Marcus begins, settling into a chair. She was looking for a way to increase her assets. Increase her assets or start a new life? I challenge, watching his reaction closely. Marcus smiles, but it doesn't reach his eyes. Perhaps a bit of both. Amanda was ambitious. She wanted more than what she had. And did that include killing her brother-in-law? The words are out before I can stop them. For a moment, Marcus looks shocked, then composes himself. I didn't know about any of that. My business with her was purely financial. I study him, trying to gauge his honesty. If that's true, then you'll have no problem showing me the details of these transactions. Marcus hesitates, then nods. Follow me. As we walk to his office, I know I'm stepping deeper into the web of my wife's secrets. But I'm ready. I need to understand, no matter what darkness I find there. Marcus leads me into his sleek, high-tech office, where walls lined with financial books meet the latest in computing technology. He pulls up several documents on his large screen, the glow casting shadows across his focused face. Here, Marcus points to a series of transactions on the screen. These are the investments I managed for Amanda. You can see everything is accounted for. I lean in, scanning the numbers, the dates, they line up just as the bank statements indicated. But something doesn't add up. What was the return supposed to be on these? I ask, probing. Around 20% annually, he replies, not meeting my eyes. And did Amanda receive these returns? My voice is steady, but inside, my heart races. Well, not exactly. The market took a downturn just as we were getting started. All theoretical until things stabilized. But you took her money knowing this? I press, watching his discomfort grow. Marcus shifts, a flicker of annoyance crossing his face. It was a risk she was willing to take. Just then, my phone buzzes. It's Jenna, sending a text. Tom, you need to see this. Found something big at Amanda's office. Meet me now. Thank you for your time, Marcus. I think I have what I need, I say abruptly, heading for the door. He doesn't stop me. Driving through the relentless rain, I meet Jenna at Amanda's deserted office. She's pacing, a folder clutched in her hand. Look at this, she says, thrusting the folder into my hands. It's a transcript of a conversation between Amanda and someone named M.D. Marcus Delaney. As I read, the truth starts to seep in, cold and unforgiving. The investment was a sham, a front for laundering money through Amanda's unsuspecting accounts. The document details how Marcus planned to cut ties once the money was clean, leaving Amanda with nothing. And there's more, Jenna adds, her voice tight. I talked to Marcy again. She saw Amanda and Marcus arguing a few days before Alex was killed. She overheard Marcus threatening to expose everything to you if Amanda didn't agree to one last transaction. The room spins as I absorb her words. Marcus set her up. He pushed her until she broke. Jenna nods, tears in her eyes. She was trying to protect you, Tom. She didn't want you to lose everything because of her mistakes. That's why she met Alex that night, to ask for help, to confess everything. But the meeting had gone horribly wrong. In a heated moment, a struggle, Alex's accidental death. Amanda, panicked and destroyed, had let fear guide her actions. We need to go to the police, I say, determination setting in. Marcus won't get away with this. Together, we gather all the evidence, the documents, the transcripts, and drive to the police station. After hours of interviews, statements, the police take it all and promise a thorough investigation. Days turn into weeks. Marcus is arrested, charged with fraud and embezzlement. As for Amanda, her case is reopened, her sentence reconsidered given the new evidence. Standing outside the prison on the day of her release, I watch Amanda walk out, free but broken. Our eyes meet, 1,000 words in a single glance. Forgiveness, sorrow, regret. Amanda, I begin, but she stops me. Tom, I'm so sorry for everything. But I understand if you can't forgive me. Her voice is a whisper against the bustling noise around us. I forgive you, Amanda. But we can't go back. My voice is firm, resolute. She nods, a tear escaping down her cheek. I know. With one last look, Amanda turns and walks away, disappearing into the crowd. I stand there, watching her go, feeling the weight of the past lift ever so slightly. The rain starts to ease, the clouds parting as if in benediction. I turn my back and start walking, ready to rebuild, to find peace in a life reshaped by truth.